Hey, this is Badu from Brookdale Toyota. I'm here today to talk to you about the 2017 Toyota Prius. And now, every time you hear hybrid, that's probably the first car that goes to mind. But I want to share one thing with you. According to Polk Automotive, 90% of all the Prius sold in the last 10 years are still on the road. Now, I want to mention that because a lot of people are worried about reliability. So again, 90% of the ones sold in the last 10 years are still on the road. You can't get much more reliable than that, right? Now, the Prius here is our mid-size. Keeping in mind there is a Prius C, which is a little bit smaller, and a Prius V that gives me more interior space. This particular one is the original, on sale since 1997, came to the US in 2000. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, because Toyota's redesigned them, made them, again, a lot more aggressive, definitely a very sleek, but still a recognizable Prius design to it. And what the hybrid technology means to you is it uses a 1.84 cylinder along with electric motors and a battery pack, and it can pick and choose from those sources which one is the best for the amount of power you need at any given time. You also have a lot of different models to pick from Prius 2, 3, 4, 5, along with the Eco, the 2 Eco and the touring options to get a little bit more fun to drive aspect to it. Now, all Prius are going to look pretty much the same with, again, different wheels based on which package I pick, the turn signals and so on in the mirror, but it's a very sleek design, and what Toyota went for is a very aerodynamic that's able to cut through the air very efficiently and give you the best fuel mileage. Now, let's talk about that. This one's rated for 52 miles per gallon, and you can get up to 58 miles per gallon with a Prius, so definitely very, very hard to beat. Now, the interior here, all the safety features you would expect of all these new Toyotas. Star safety system with stability control, traction control, and the likes, along with our Toyota Safety Sense that will give you the automatic braking, the lane departure warning, all here. 8 standard airbags, including driver's knee airbag. And take a look at the amount of space we have here for people in the back seat. So this car sits right in between the Camry and the Corolla, a little bit bigger than the Corolla, a little bit smaller than the Camry. And it is also a hatch with the typical window here. And this is actually, it's been seen on Priuses since the 2nd generation. It gives you actually a way to look back and see through that as you're driving. And take a look at the cargo space. A lot of room in here. These seats can be folded flat if you need to get longer items. And then right below here, you'd have your spare tire or spare tire kit based on the package you pick. I'm going to take you now on the inside and show you a few more things about this vehicle. Now, on the inside here, you have a few different things you can pick from. Like I mentioned on the outside, we have a few different packages available, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And those would give you anything from fabric to leather heated seats and all, along with navigation. But I'm going to go over a few things here, and right up top, it's going to be very similar to a lot of Prius owners. The typical controls that I have for lights, interior lights, pop-up lights, along with the sunglass holders here. And I have the regular day-night mirror. And we're going to go over the information up there in just a second. I want to start with this bigger screen here. This is going to be my backup camera, but also this allows me to get a lot of different information about my radio stations. This is where I'll see my navigation, along with, as you can see, information about how the car is running, which power source it's using at the time. Now, right below that, we have our automatic climate control, and it's very easy to use. We can toggle these switches to adjust the temperature, the speed of the fan, and the airflow. One of the neat features about the Prius is the fact that you have the ability to only heat or cool just the front. So if I'm just commuting and it's just me in front of the vehicle, I can shut off the AC to the back. All goes in with getting me better fuel mileage as I'm using less resources at that point. And right below that, we have the shifter. So this is a little different, but a typical shifter for Prius always snaps back to this position. And I just kind of move it about to pick the different gears that I want. Now on this side here, I can select the different drive modes. EV is for electric vehicle, where it tries to take the gas engine out of it. And on the drive modes here, I can switch from normal, power, and eco modes. Obviously eco giving me the best fuel mileage, normal in between, and power allowing the engine to rev up a little bit more and the throttle to be a bit more quick to respond. Now coming around here to the steering wheel, you're going to get a lot of information right on here. On this side, I'm controlling my radio and my phone. And on the right side here, I'm controlling the screen that I mentioned earlier, along with some of the Toyota Safety Sense, the cruise control distance, as well as the lane guidance. Now, if you take a look at that screen up here, it's going to tell me a lot of things, my fuel mileage, speed, and so on, but quite a few screens we can pick from. The eye here for information, and we can scroll down to get a lot of different information. So this car, if I plug in what gas prices are, it literally tells me how much a particular trip cost me and so on. So a lot of information you can get under eye. And as we keep moving here, we can see our climate control unit, our road safety unit, and then all these different messages if I have a tire that's too low on air and so on. And this is where I will go under the gear there to set up all those features. So a very bright screen, a lot of information that comes up, and we can pick and choose what you want on the top or the bottom screen and just customize it the way you want. As you can see, the Prius here retains a lot of the high-tech gadgetry that really makes it a Prius. So it's a very smart vehicle that gives you excellent fuel mileage, excellent power, and now in a package that's a lot more fun to drive. Come check them out at Brookdale Toyota. Thank you.